You can always tell you're going the right way when the game spawns more enemies in front of you. Welcome back to Let's Play Quake 2. We have just gotten through that area where we disabled the yellow lasers. A process that I recently discovered is much simpler in the PS1 version, as I'll be demonstrating soon enough. But now that we've taken that out of the way, we can actually go this way. And by going this way, we're going to recover a new weapon, as well as the pyramid key that we need to progress to the end of this unit. So over here, after killing those two enforcers, there is a... actually, 3 enforcers make that. Don't know where he came from. But there's one of these pods right over here that we came in, the flying coffins, as they're referred to as in Quake 4. The drop pods that the Marines came down in, and it has something written on. I'm not really sure what that means. But you also can hear the radio static a little bit there as well. So that's kind of a nice touch. We find a couple of those as we go along, but we find out that we're pretty much the only Marine left that's either alive or with our sanity in check at least. There's a few more cells over here as an example of the guys without their sanity. Let's see if we can get the grenade launcher. Okay, that was pretty cool. I didn't actually intend the music to start up there as soon as I fired that, but that was actually really cool. That's just the kind of effect the music in this game has on the gameplay. It just adds so much to it. Okay, so we can go in there and open up those cells we want, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so there might be some stuff in there, I'm not sure off the top of my head. But some more enemies to blow through. Usually we get, as I've noticed, we are starting to get enforcers in rather large groups, groups of at least 2 or 3. And there's a secret down there that I revealed from blowing up those exploding, I guess, barrels. Why use the hand grenades? You can use the grenade launcher, plus it ricochets. And there's a ammo pack, which I guess has a little bit of ammo for every weapon. I'm assuming is what it is. I've never actually seen my ammo increase from it though, so I'm not really sure how much we get. We try to use the grenade launcher quite a bit because, like I said before, we can carry a crap ton of grenades for it. As you can see right now, we can carry over 50, which is way too much. We'll never use all those. And instead of going that way to get to our objective right away, first of all, I'm going to spam a couple grenades up there. Let's even go this way. There's some armor over here. And here's a new enemy type. This is a mutant. And they're not the cuddly kinds of mutants from Rage either. These are big bad mutants. And they're not all that tough to take down. They have a decent amount of health, but they don't really have that many attacks because they're not really a Strogg per se, so they don't have any weapons really. They just kind of try to claw at you. Here's another one in here. They're also very rare too. They're only in a handful of levels, and this is one of them, where you find multiple of them. This might actually be the only level with them in it, I'm not sure. But then there'll be a few flyers that'll come around here as well, so whip out the whatever we want to take them out. Yet this game's logic for you, just whip out a shotgun and go jump at the thing. But yeah, like I said, the mutants are not that difficult to take out. The chain gun is pretty good against them. And over here, I guess you can call this a secret. The game considers it a secret, but this is where I normally get the grenade launcher, is down here. I don't know how you would miss this though. I usually don't get the grenade launcher where I actually got it. I usually get it here, and we can't pick up that health because we already have more than our max health right now. So we won't bother. Some more ammo for that weapon we don't have yet. We're actually about to get it right now, right over there. That's the hyperblaster. And I'm going to jump after I pick it up because the floor is going to explode in front of us and in back of us, leaving a tiny platform there. So we're not going to fall. We're going to actually fall into a pit of spikes if we didn't jump there. So we get the hyperblaster, one of my favorite weapons in the game. I like it even more than I did in Quake 4 in this game. There's 2 more mutants to demonstrate it on. It's basically the equivalent of the plasma gun from Doom, and much like the plasma gun, it uses its ammo is used for a certain other weapon later in the game that I'm not going to mention until we actually get it. But you guys probably already know what it is. So, and now I've got to go figure out that I just backtracked and then go this way to actually get to the get to our objective. But as you can see, it's a really good rapid-fire weapon. It uses the cells, which are those green cylinders that we keep picking up. and the projectiles move at a decent speed, so it's faster than it's better than the regular blaster, but it doesn't use unlimited ammo, of course. And I believe the individual shots, aside from being rapid fire, I believe the individual shots are more powerful than the blasters anyway, so it's not really a better version of the blaster. It really is a plasma gun, so to speak. And there's a tank over there in that area, so we definitely want to take them out from over here. As you can see, the projectiles fly straight. We don't have to worry about the spread from the chain gun or anything, even though the chain gun does have a faster rate of fire. And at the moment can hold more ammo. Want to push this button over here behind him so we can actually get inside here. Then there's going to be a crap ton of light Strogg in here that we're going to mow down. Whip out the hyperblaster again, and yeah, the hyperblaster is going to get a lot of screen time in this area, and for the rest of the game, for that matter. So I've killed all those guys. We can finally claim the pyramid key. Now we can finally get out of here. But there's one more thing we have to do first, so let's backtrack to the previous area and get out of here. The hyperblaster is also pretty good against those flyers because, like I said, you can hit them from a distance and you don't have to worry about it scattering too much. I guess I missed that ammo back there. Yeah, that's basically this whole section of the level is just for the sake of hiding the pyramid key and for the hyperblaster as well. We're going to be picking up several other hyperblasters along the way though too. When we come out here, there's going to be several enemies up there, including a gunner and a tank, and I'm going to try to ignore them for now. We'll have an opportunity to fight them later, but I really don't want to fight them from down there when they have the higher ground, so I'm going to say screw that and go back here. And we have one more place to go. And this is the area where this other tank is. I thought we killed him before, didn't we? No, I don't think we did. There's a grenade launcher on him. We find out that this switch over here that was blocked by the yellow lasers is obviously not blocked by it anymore because they're disabled, and that will raise up that bridge. Now this is another new enemy type here. They're called Icarus. They're just called Icarus, that's it. So they will be referred to as such. And now we get to go to the final side area of this unit, the final side level. Oh boy, this is such a random open-ended level, I swear. It was very confusing for its time. But this is kind of a nasty room down here because there's going to be yet another tank and a gunner as well. So pretty much the same encounter we could have fought earlier. Actually, two gunners. But I decided not to. So I quickly want to come up here and take out these guys because they're going to be really annoying. The tank, we can actually we have a pretty easy time fighting him because if we move fast enough, we can get to behind him to the point where he can't turn around fast enough to hit us. And basically the only reason why we need to go to this particular side area is because we can go over to where the pyramid is. The pyramid is where we got the red key, and we can use the pyramid key to open it, and that'll open the door to the next unit. But we can't actually get through the door down there without a security pass. We need to go over here and find the security pass. So like I said, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. So let's think about all the stuff we had to do here. We had to get the red key, disable the lasers, to get the pyramid key, to get the security pass, to open the door, to get on to the next level. It's just do this so you can do this, so you can do this, so you can do this, so you can do this. It's ridiculous. But I'm not complaining because this is actually a pretty good level, to be honest, as far as the combat goes. It's only going to get harder from here. But this area down here, there's a lot of corridors and a lot of little side areas we can go through, and a lot of enemies as well. So I'm going to try to skip most of this and not get too involved down here. I mainly just want to get to my objective as quickly as possible. Some guys in this random torture room with a giant saw blade. So for some reason I usually end up saving in that room, I'm not sure why. So down here is a data CD of some kind. I'm not really sure what it does. I think it lets us get to a specific other area or something. I've never not had it to not know what it does, so we want to get to the other area now. Sorry, this is not a very straightforward level, but it's not. It's very confusing. So yet another tank. They're really starting to step it up with these tanks here, but that's nothing compared to later in the game. We can kill them pretty easily now with the hyperblaster, so they're kind of getting obsolete. We can't get through this door right now, but we are pretty much in the room we need to be in. Because if we get down here, we can get down here through other ways, so this is not the only way to get in this room. There's more cells we can get into here by pressing the button disabling the force field. And if we get into this particular one right here, we can't really help this guy, as usual, but we can break this grate right here and fall down here into this area. Now, I'm not sure if how they expect you to find this, but it seems more like a secret than a primary objective, but it is one. And a freaking parasite down here. And they automatically give us a rebreather, so they expect you to have one of these through this area. You don't absolutely have to have it, but it does help for getting some extra items right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the rebreather, which is going to allow us to breathe underwater for longer. As you can see, it has like 30 seconds. We can breathe underwater without running out of air. And we can gradually swim up this pipe. And now we're in this room. So we're going to push this and we're going to kill this guy who apparently is pretending to be Jesus for some reason. And while we have the extra air, I'm going to go down and get this ammo. Now the right here is, I had to do a little bit of editing right here, but right here is where the security pass was that we needed. So it's just kind of sitting there. I don't know why they just left it there, but that's where it is. And I actually forgot I had to backtrack here. That's why I did that little edit. So I had to use another rebreather. That's why it was still activated. So and I've already killed a lot of the enemies here because obviously I came back to where the pyramid was and I didn't have the right pass. So see, even I forget about this level and all those stupid random objectives you have to do out of order and everything. But if we dunk this guy who's in another type of torture chamber into the lava, he'll come back up and reveal another hyperblaster. So that's another one we can get. So that's like the third one so far. But now we could leave and head back to the to where the pyramid is. Now I'd like to go out this way because this will take us to where we were before. And I know that's a very vague thing to say, but you'll see what I mean. It'll take us to this upper area here. As you can see, I've already killed all the enemies up here because I came back through here before. But this is where that tank and that gunner were before. Over here, up on this area, where that pod was, where we came out after getting the pyramid key. See? And now we can just head on back. Random secret over here. Random secret grenade launcher. I'm not sure what triggered that actually. Might have been a secret button or whatever I pushed, and I didn't know what it did. So now we finally have everything. We've finally done everything in this level. There's also 2 quad damages down there, I believe, in that underneath the staircase. I think this is the area that they're at. I've already picked them up though. But there we go. Open the door and we're done.